This is a pastel painting that reminds me of the field behind the woods here where I live in Brown County. And this is done with pastels, a very affordable set, actually a couple different sets. And the paper is the Canson Mitance pastel, and I believe it was a toned gray when I started with it. I've already put the background down, and I'm just now doing the highlights on the finished painting, adding some shading on the other side of the barn, and I'll be adding some highlights to the field and the trees. This particular pastel is a harder. I have a set of harder ones and a set of soft ones, which again are very affordable for beginners starting out. It's a very good way to get a bit of experience with the pastels without having to put a lot of money into it from the beginning. I also use a piece of foam to blend the colors. Here I'm putting some foliage in front of the barn and adding a couple different colors, darker green and a lighter green. And then I'll add some highlights onto that as well. But you'll see how I can blend this with the foam here in just a second. And use just the edge or corner of the foam, or my finger. That works as well too. As the colors, the pastel sticks pick up the different colors, I wipe them off on a napkin or a paper towel to keep them clean so I don't transfer different colors. There I'm adding a little bit of the yellow highlight to the foliage on the side of the barn. Coming in with a rust-colored pastel stick. And there I don't blend those, I just let it stay with a little bit of texture to it. Same way with the roof on the barn. Now I'll begin adding some of the yellow highlights on the tops of the trees to help shape the trees into more of a grove of trees. when you walk through my backwoods, and it's all very thick and a lot of trees and shrubs and foliage all throughout the woods. There's just a few trails through there, and you come out the backside, and this is what it looks like behind the woods. There's a grove of trees back there, right in the middle of the field, and there's real tall grass. It's amazing to come out from the dark forest into such a bright, beautiful oasis in the middle of the woods. Using the yellow to highlight where the sun is hitting different areas of the field. There I'm using the foam again to help blend some of the yellow into the green, lighter green areas of the field. This is something that just about anyone can do. It's a wonderful way to express your artistic side, to create a landscape of something you remember or a place you'd like to go. And it just takes you away from your everyday cares and worries. It's something that any age group could do. Here I'm putting in some yellow strokes for the flower. After I put the flowers in, I'll come back with the center, and then I'll add the stems and some leaves in the foreground here. Just short little strokes, different directions, as if the breeze is blowing them. I'll use a dark green and a sort of a rusty brown for the centers, as well as a little touch of purple, I believe. You can see there's two different sets there. The shorter ones are the softer pastels. The longer ones, such as the one I have in my hand, making the center of the flowers, is a harder pastel. Not super hard, but harder than the soft ones. The purple adds a nice touch to the centers as well. And I'll add some stems and leaves. You could also use pastel pencils for this. I've done that in the past. Add some leaves to it and it will be just about done. You can always add more flowers along the path back toward the barn. That would lead the eye more along that path to the barn. That's something I might do as well. It's so nice to take a blank sheet of paper and create a world. Create your own world, a place that brings you peace. You could even use the yellow to make a bee or a couple butterflies. It's your world. You can make it however you want. So this is something I think you should try. You and your kids and your whole family. It brings a lot of peace and joy. Thank you for watching. Have fun with your own pastel paintings. See you next time.